All right, this is what we're working with today. It's got an NMO connection on the end that unscrews. So if I understand this right, it's hard to do this one-handed, sorry. Let me take this off here. I should be able to make a single hole in my car, about 3/8 of an inch, pop that through, and then this holds it down from the top, and it's got a rubber gasket for sealing there. So it's got a little bit of gasketing around that as well. So, all right, let's see if we can get a hole drilled in the car, which is the scary part. And got measured out the center point and got painter's tape there. So we'll try to minimize the risk of chipping the paint if at all possible. We'll see how this goes in just a minute. Let me show you the underside of that. All right, so you're looking at the inside of the trunk lid, and it would be better to have this antenna mounted center of the trunk. But the problem is I've got these here. I don't know what they are, but I don't want to drill through them. Plus it would add thickness, and that bolt that's on the NMO connector is probably not long enough. So going right here is about as far as we can go this way. And if you look, this is where it goes from. That's the back of the car. This is the top of the car. Top of the trunk lid, I should say. So yeah, we're going to try and make it pop out right here if we can. I don't know if it's better to drill from the bottom or the top, but we'll see what goes on here. All right, this black dot is where we believe it should go. All right, now the scary part. I'm going to start with a smaller drill bit and work my way up. All right, that's where it pops out right there. So we got it pretty close to where we was hoping it would come out. So now we just need to enlarge it to accommodate the connector. All right, I've got the 3/8 drill bit, and hopefully that'll be the right size, because that is a 3/8 inch stud that comes out of that connector. All right, here we go. Let's see how bad this is. That's not too bad. That should all be covered up really good. Okay. This is where it's going to be. I've got it threaded through, and I was able to put the top portion of this NMO connector. It just screws right on. You'll notice it's got two flat spots. You could take an open-ended adjustable wrench and tighten that up. Right now I'm just going to hand tighten it. All right, that's good for now until I get the wrench. Yeah, I know the car's dirty. I'm going to clean it right after this and make sure there's no leaks. But there's a gasket on the underside of that. That rubber gasket contacts with the car itself. And I've got a little bit of exposed metal for the ground purposes. And looks like that's going to go on there nicely. Let me just test fit the antenna. Okay. All right, it's not tightened down yet, and the cables aren't buttoned up or anything, but I'll have to get a test fit to see what it's going to look like. There you go. That is the Motorola Ghost antenna. This is a GMRS antenna. That's what we're going to be rolling with. Looks like it's pretty centered up on the logo in the back, so I think we did okay. All right. Okay, try that one. All right, that's about as tight as it needs to be. All right, there it is. All right, this is what it looks like on the inside. Got I've got some blue painter's tape just holding that wire while I was tightening it up and trying to get that connector to stay all the way through until I can get the nut on the other end. So now that that's done, we can take that off and get some permanent mounting solutions going up there. All right, so this is what it looks like. And the good thing about the NMO connector, you can have multiple antennas and switch them out fairly easily. They just screw on. Let me show you what this one looks like on. All right, so this is the other one. So it's nice, you can swap antennas real quick and easily depending on your situation for the trip you're on. And it's a cheapie, but it works quite well. All right, let's take a quick look at the inside, see how it picks up. All right, this is what we got on the inside. So I've got it in a cup holder mount. Can't really see it very well, but it just sticks in the cup holder. It's good for a non-permanent install. I think at some point I'm going to mount this radio somewhere else, either under the dash or under the seat. Haven't decided quite yet, but for right now I've got it there, and I've got a quick disconnect. I can just detach it and throw it in the trunk if I'm going to be getting out of the car for a while. So this is my Radioddity GMRS radio. Love this little radio. It works very well. Anyway, just wanted to highlight the NMO install in a car on this video today. I'll go into other stuff later on another video, but until next time, see ya.